At the beginning of the year, I told myself two things. One was that I wanted to travel more, and two was that I was no longer going to wait for anybody to do the things that I want. So with this, I booked my flight and traveled to Spain by myself for the first time, and this is how it went. I am solo traveling to Spain for 9 days. Wait, I don't know why I did this. Yeah, 9 days. It is currently 12 p.m. and just hit 12 p.m. My flight leaves at 7:30 and I haven't packed anything. So as you can see, I have nothing done here. It is midnight and well, I still got a lot of stuff to do. So tomorrow I'm gonna get a haircut, and then literally right after I'm done with that, I'm heading straight to the airport to catch my flight. Hopefully everything goes well, but here it is. Honestly, I'm kind of regretting leaving this for the last minute. This thing got me tired. As you can see, it is almost 2 in the morning, so it's been about almost 2 hours since I last recorded. And well, I've been trying a bunch of clothes on. I think I kind of made up my mind on what I want, and then now I'm just ironing one of these. I got a couple more over there, but yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow once I am all ready. Alright guys, we have just made it to Barcelona. I am honestly lost. I have no idea where I'm at, but we have made it. We're trying to get a bus to the hostel, and we shall see how it is. It's really nice. I like the weather here. After asking the workers, I was able to find the bus that would take me near my hostel. Here was the first time that I actually got to see the landscape of Spain. It was very interesting to see it is much different than back at home. While I was on the bus, I was also trying to figure out where I needed to get off. My phone had no connection, so I was basically lost, and it was a very interesting experience. I was in the mix of trying to see the city, taking everything in, while also trying to figure out where I had to get off, which was very hectic. This was the first time that reality actually set in, and I realized that I was in a whole different country by myself, but luckily I was able to figure it out. From there, I was in full explore mode, admiring the streets, the buildings, the smells, and it was all very nice. Here you can see the view from my hostel and the plaza where it is located. I ended up staying at Kabul Party Hostel. It was located in the middle of everything, which was very nice. Here you can see the streets and how unique they are. There are all types of restaurants, cafes, shops all around. I ended up having so much coffee here, and if you're wondering, the coffee here is amazing. One thing that I really liked here was that the streets didn't look like streets. They were all kind of built in together, where the cars and bikes passed through, the alleyways, which was very nice. This is something that you don't see back in the States. The infrastructure here is so cool, and it was very nice walking around getting to know the place. One thing that stood out for me was that the streets were very clean. Here we see the plane strip where all the tourists go. There are restaurants, bars, stores, just a little bit of everything. From here I continued to explore and keep walking. I ended up heading towards Barceloneta, which was the main beach here in Barcelona. Here we see this huge roundabout where there are many statues and where the roads actually begin, not compared to the plaza where I was staying at. Most of the morning had actually been cloudy, and from here the skies cleared up. It was great to see how the whole city lit up. From here, I'll let you guys enjoy the rest. Guys, this place is insane. You can see it everywhere. It is crazy. I really like this place. The palm trees, it's just, the sun came out and then now it's like crazy. It was very like cloudy and there wasn't really much to it. But now the sun came out and literally the city is just like I don't know, shining, I guess you can say. It's crazy.
I headed back to my hostel to put away my things and look for a place to eat as I was hungry. I ended up walking around for a bit and settled on a cafe shop that was around the corner. One thing that I realized about cafes here is that the food is pre-made already, and they just heat it up once you order it. Or maybe that's how it is in every cafe, but I just never noticed. But anyways, the food tasted amazing, and I enjoyed it with a nice cup of tea as I watched people walking by. After this, I really had no plan, so I headed back to the hostel, where I actually ended up running into these guys that I met the day before at the hostel. They were headed towards Camp Nou, and I ended up tagging along with them. We hopped on the metro, and we were on our way. Unfortunately, though, the stadium was still under construction, so we weren't able to see it inside. But we still looked around the stores and checked out the place. We didn't spend much time here, and we headed towards the famous Sagrada Cathedral in Barcelona. It was crazy to see in person. It is actually huge and pretty crazy how something this detailed can be made. It's been under construction since 1888, which is pretty insane. And we actually tried to get tickets to go inside, but they told us that the wait time was 10 to 12 days. So if you plan on visiting, make sure that you get your tickets at least 2 weeks in advance so that you're able to go inside. From there, we continued to explore the city, and we ended up running into an old bull ring that was used back in the days and is now a museum. The lady at the front actually told us that they still host events from time to time, but unfortunately not while we were there. But we still explored the place and got to see some of its history, which is pretty cool.
I'm gonna say it all the time.
We're in the middle of a bull ring right now. You can see. This is crazy. This is where they have all the events here with the bulls. It's pretty insane. This guy with the beard. Oh man. That is amazing. This is where they would keep the bulls. That's the little door that opens into the pen. And I guess this is where they would feed them. So we got the food. Go into here. And then it goes far, far out. So then they would go into this other pen. And then here's where they would feed them water, I guess. For the water. All this. And as you can see, it goes far, far out. It goes super far. Wow. Pretty crazy. This is the entrance, and then obviously the whole boat area. Damn. I don't think so. What are you singing? My boy. Look at this guy.
We're about to go out.
Now we're at the Mercado San Jose. Jose? Something like that. La Boqueria, that's what it's called. Wow. Very nice. Wow. Oh, look at that.
Welcome to that.
Fresh oysters.
Oh, you went to Egypt? From which
You
end?
gotta eat it.
From the fucking end with the smooth bit at the end. Cheers.
Fresh oysters. Oh man, I'm good. How are the oysters? Good. Got empanadas.
Protein. Protein.
Protein. Look at these. What are these, like chickens? Free chickens. Mango. Oh, they got ice cream? Damn. Buena. Now we got a little coconut with strawberry. What is that? Oh, that's really good. It looks like really nice though, I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to get a strawberries though. I've got these, got strawberries, and then I forgot what this was, like coconut and strawberry.
Yeah, coconut strawberry. Unreal.
That's good.
After trying out some nice fresh snacks, we called it a day and headed back towards the hostel. This is how the plaza looks like at nighttime, and it was still early, so there wasn't many people outside. But trust me, after 12 a.m., everything comes to life, and the plaza is filled with people. The next day, I ended up meeting up with some other friends that I met at the hostel. We first stopped by the Arc de Triomphe to take some pictures before we headed towards the Sagrada Cathedral, which was pretty funny because I had just been there the day before, but I was still down for the adventure. Even seeing it for the second time was still insane. It's crazy how detailed it is. Here we can see Taylor taking a picture of Amy and Nels as people pass by. I had an amazing time with them, and after this we ended up meeting with the rest of the group and had tapas for lunch. Unfortunately, I didn't get to record that part, but the food was amazing.
Hey, what's up, guys? So we currently just checked into my second hostel. I unfortunately did not record most of the first one, which kind of sucks, but yeah, what can I do now? At least I can record this one. And anyways, as you can tell, my voice is pretty much gone. There's some crazy nights, fun nights. But as you can see, this is the hostel that we're staying at for this one. So I just literally got this here, and then some random people in here. So we got this, but it is pretty cool. It is so amazing meeting all these people, and I'm glad that I actually stayed at a busy hostel where I was able to meet some amazing people. This is gonna be my last night in Barcelona, and then we're heading off to Valencia next. And yeah, hopefully we get to meet some more people there. Obviously get some nice footage, but I'll keep you guys updated. And yeah, I'll catch you guys.
For my last night in Barcelona, I decided to go out and explore the city some more. There was a protest going on. I'm not really sure what it was for, but it was interesting to see as there was a lot of people there. From there, I continued to walk down towards the pier and watch as the sunset went down. After the sun went down, I did not want to go back to the hostel yet, so I just kept walking, and eventually I noticed that there was a nice viewpoint not too far from there. I looked up the directions and I was on my way. The viewpoint was located high up in the mountains, so you had to climb up many, many stairs, and at some point, I can't lie, it seemed a little sketchy, as it was very dark, but I just kept going and eventually I reached the common areas. I wasn't even at the top yet, but the views were already insane. The amount of walking that I did in these past 4 days that I spent in Barcelona are probably the most that I've done in the past couple months. But I can't complain, as getting to know Spain has been amazing so far. And after many, many stairs, I eventually reached the top and enjoyed watching the city all lit up. One thing that I really like about Barcelona is how the streetlights are all yellow. It gives you a nice warm feeling while you're out walking around.
This is how the trains look. They have a lot of graffiti on them.
Alright, so today's been a rough day. I don't even want to bring out my camera. I don't know. I literally missed my train or the bus that was gonna take me to Valencia. I've probably ridden like 5 or 6 trains, and I've gone to different locations and missed everything. It's just a rough day. I don't know. Maybe because I didn't sleep at all, but man, it is rough today. But we are on our way to Valencia, and I don't know if I'm gonna include this in the video or not, but yeah, hopefully we make it. And I don't know.
Alright guys, after a long time, we officially got to Valencia. It took a long time. Definitely feeling a lot better, but yeah, it was about a 5-hour bus ride or so. We have just arrived, and as you can see, it is beautiful over here. It's kind of more like a city vibe, but very, very cool. We got some people practicing the school things.
Apart from getting lost in Barcelona trying to get on the bus to Valencia, the bus ride ended up being pretty smooth. I fell asleep for half of it as I hadn't slept at all before, which is probably why I was so lost. My brain just wasn't functioning properly. But apart from that, I also met a local from Spain on the bus and got to know more of him and of his culture, which is pretty cool. I didn't have much time in Valencia as I only stayed for 1 full day, but the hostel ended up having a bike, so I rented it and went exploring the city. My first destination was the City of Arts and Sciences. It ended up being about a 10 to 15 minute bike ride from the hostel, which was pretty nice. If you ever visit Valencia and you're able to rent a bike, I would 100% recommend it, as the city is pretty big and walking will take you a long time. At the time of editing this, I know how bad the floods were in Valencia, and I feel sorry for everyone that's been affected. I wish you all the best. I can't even imagine how hard it must be. I'm very grateful I was able to capture his beauty before everything, and I wish you all a fast recovery. After a short bike ride, I had arrived to the City of Arts and Sciences. I've seen pictures online, but I was not prepared about how big this place was. Even just biking around felt like a long time. The architecture is insane, and it's amazing how something like this can be built.
Alright, we have just arrived to Madrid. I am at the metro. We just got off the speed train or whatever that they have. And now we are currently waiting to go to the hospital. It's a pretty nice metro. Well, they call it metro station here. But it is very cool. Very nice.
As soon as I arrived to Madrid, I was already liking how everything was. The metro was very clean and the streets and buildings all had a distinct look to them. It was very modern compared to Valencia and even Barcelona. I think structurally I liked Madrid the most out of all three. But just like Valencia, I only stayed here for one day. For next time I visit Europe, I am definitely going to be staying longer. There was so many activities I wanted to do, but I simply just didn't have enough time for it. The first night I got there, I ended up getting along very well with the workers from the hostel. I stayed at one Fam Madrid hostel where they were celebrating one of the workers' birthdays, and I decided to just stay there and celebrate with them. The next day I had until 8 p.m. in Madrid as I had to take a bus back to Barcelona where my flight was. I ended up spending the whole day with Gabby and Monique, two sisters from Australia that I met at the hostel. They were both very interesting and we got along very well and decided to go explore the Parque del Retro. Here we have Gabby and Monique admiring a very fluffy tree. Right before we headed off into the middle of the park where we found a nice pond that had water trees and was filled with life. Alright guys, as I finish editing this video, I just want to say that if there's someone out there that just wants to solo travel like me, or like in this case I went to Spain, just do it. That's literally all I have to say. Don't overthink it. One thing that I would recommend is definitely stay at a hostel. Hostel I think made the biggest difference because you meet other travelers like yourself. There's literally so many people doing the same thing as you, so if you feel like you're gonna be lonely or you won't meet people, just stay at a hostel. I found that there's a lot of us, just like us, that want to explore and just meet people. So if you're thinking it, just do it. Don't overthink it. It is going to be one of the greatest experiences that you'll probably have, honestly. The one thing that I learned was that it's really not the destination, but it's really the people that you meet along the way. I really met people from all over the world, and honestly, I can't wait to go back and do it again just because it's that great. You really learn a lot about yourself, and it's an amazing experience. So if you're thinking about doing it, solo travel, just do it. That's literally all I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and stay tuned for the next one. Peace.